Hello everyone. I wanted to share with you a hiking journal that I've created. My son is a park ranger and he even hikes on his days off, often with his family in tow. I did want to make a journal that would be fun and functional for him to make notations on his various hikes. The size I made was about 5 by 7, and I added an easy Velcro closure and also included a writing tool. I utilized some of the information from the internet for the inside pages and also stamped it with a few edges of some of my map stamps and then a compass and a crinkle stamp that actually looked a little bit like a road map. So I started out with the 5 by 7 size that I wanted to create. Figured it was about right for writing in, throwing it in your backpack or whatever. I added, couldn't help myself, a little buffalo charm. And the back flap, I knew I wanted to make a closure of some sort, so the back flap was actually sewn onto the back. I have a little miniature sewing machine and it is quite rough, as you can see, but I thought that kind of added to the charm of the hike, of the rustic hike looking. So I started out by doing 2 signatures, and so there's about 14 sets of pages in here for 14 hikes if he wants to do it that way. I included on the inside cover a packet of note cards, little 3 by 5 cards, if he wanted to make some additional field notes. I coffee stained them, had a good time doing that. That was about my first experience with the little note cards. There's the title page. On the inside, you can see I used just used my computer and wrote out location, date, hiked with, route, trail, weather, temperature, trip duration, depth, altitude, elevation, conditions, sightings, terrain, and overall rating at the bottom there. This page had a spot for other observations. Here you can see I used the crackle stamp as well as the compass stamp. And the crackle stamp was a creative block by Stampers Anonymous, and the compass was a Stampers block by Judicans. So you go through the book, and so there's, like I said, there's about 14, enough in there for 14 hikes. The paper that I used for the individual pages was actually packing paper, and it was on a roll. I smashed it, and it was still a little bit curvy, but as soon as I put these pages on it, it seemed to flatten it right out. So on second to the last page, I put in a bunch of coffee stain tags in case he wanted to write little things on that and stick those on the different pages just for the fun of it. If found, please return to, and I'll let him put his information in there. I made a little vellum envelope for I don't know, some kind of greenery or something like that if he wanted to put in it. I did the little hole punch with the brads for the eyelets, and then this string that I used to close it, and also to on the pencil I wound around here. I actually put it in a small mason jar that had the coffee dye in it, and then pulled it out and dried it in a basket near the heat vent. I took a pencil and aged it up a bit and cut it off so that it needed to be sharpened on both ends, so if one side breaks and he doesn't have a pocket knife handy, he can use the other side. So I had to make it long enough, of course, so he could fill out each one of the blanks. I tied this on so he could move it if he didn't like where it was, so it hangs down in the middle. And then you just close it up, and then you can toss it in his backpack. Thanks for watching.